I would like to welcome you all in my poster presentations. As you see, the topic of my poster presentation is indigenous buffalo farming and its improvement, a potential drive for rural development in Nepal. I don't know whether all of you are familiar with buffalo or not. Buffalo is taken as an Asian animal, and it is very important in the case of Indian subcontinent. In Pakistan, it is taken as a black goat, and in India also it is very important, and so is in Nepal. And there are different types of breeds of buffaloes, as you can see here. And if we see its importance in Nepal, we can see that Nepal is an agricultural country, and more than 65% people of Nepal are engaged in agriculture, and livestock is an integral component of Nepalese farming system that contributes about 1/3 of total agriculture gross domestic product. And as you know, livestock consists different animals, different domesticated animals, for example, cattle, buffalo, swine, goat, sheep, and so many animals. Among those animals, only buffalo contributes about 53% to the total livestock sector. So we can just imagine how important is this animal in our country, Nepal. However, we have very less percentage of improved buffalo. As you see, these are the improved buffalo. Murrah is well-known and high producer buffalo, but in our country, we get only 12% out of total buffalo population, so we get only 12% of Murrah and its crosses. Even though government is trying to increase the percentage of Murrah buffalo, the farmers are not so interested. So in this research, we wanted to know what are the possible reasons that may be hindering for to increase the number of Murrah buffaloes, and what are the measures to improve the performance of the indigenous buffalo. If farmers do not like it, if they are not accepting the improved buffaloes, what can we do to improve the performance of indigenous buffaloes? So for this study, we have selected 107 farmers from three districts of Nepal, and in addition to that, some key informants and some official statistics and public materials were also reviewed. And as a result, we found that as per the main constraint for improvement of buffalo farming in Nepal, we found that the most important constraint was need of more input per unit of output. For example, since Murrah buffalo are having bigger size, they need more input. You can see when they are imported from outside, for example from India, usually they import from India. For the first time, they are so nice, so beautiful, people try to manage them with good forage. But just after 1 year, you can just see how dirty they are. They can't manage, farmers can't manage them well. They need very good food, very good veterinary aids, and something like that. So even though farmers feed poor to local animals, they perform better in terms of efficiency. So the main constraint is they need more input per unit of output, then more problems during calving. Farmers used to say that these buffaloes, the improved buffaloes, are having more complications during the time of calving, and they are late in first calving. For example, for 4 years for the first time, and in the case of indigenous buffalo, is just 3.5 years, and long calving interval, and so on. So to improve the performance of indigenous buffaloes, what can we do? Then we found that use of locally selected elite bulls could be the most important factor to improve the production performance of indigenous buffaloes. And there are some other suggestions, for example, provision of round the hair, green forage, then gender mainstreaming, and so on. You can see there is no time I am getting the signal. Right? So as a conclusion, we can say that to improve the performance of the farmers, the policy makers, for example, the Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperatives or Department of Livestock Services should consider these suggestions. For example, they have to have the policy to select the elite bulls, local bull, and there must be the program for the round air, green forest, and there should be the training for gender mainstreaming. That's all from my side. If you have any questions, any queries, you are